Seattle goes to the fourth Super Bowl in franchise history. It's been 20 years since the Super Bowl that the Seahawks played against the Steelers. And, it's funny because I do KJR radio in Seattle every Wednesday. And when I was on there last week, they were saying that it was somewhat unbecoming that Sean McDermott had complained so loudly about officiating in the aftermath of the loss by the Bills to the Broncos in the divisional round. And I said, dude, Mike Holmgren is in like a packed stadium in a rally after the freaking Super Bowl complaining about the officiating and all the times they got. So, I mean, have we forgotten 20 years ago how
Seriously.
pissed off he was? Rightfully so. Rightfully so. There were some bad calls in that game, and Bill Levy, the referee that day, has talked since then about how he's still bothered by the bad calls from that Super Bowl. But that's the one they lost. Then they won the next one. Then they lost the next one to the Patriots. They get their shot at the Patriots next Sunday after taking down the Rams in the rubber match to their season series, the 31-27 victory. And, I want to go out of order here.
Okay.
I want to start with the last moment because it has connective tissue to what we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Right.
4th and 4 from the 6, 31-27, 4:59 to play. To me, because I got some texts from some folks echoing the same things that we discussed earlier with Sean Payton.
Right.
To me, in that moment, we gotta game this out. You kick the field goal there, you're still down 31-30.
Yeah.
And you're kicking off to Rashid Shaheed.
Right.
And they're not going to be far from a field goal. And they're in a position where they can chew up a lot of the clock. And you may need a touchdown to win the game. Or you may be down 8 when you get the ball back, if you get the ball back. Like, it's not as clear to me to take the 3 there. I think the decision itself was the right decision.
Right.
Because then you put them on the 6, you play some defense, and you're going to get the ball back sooner than you did. And Seattle made some great plays on that drive after that to extend the drive. And, there were some unfortunate moments for the Rams. But I was fine with going for it in that spot, even though it didn't work out.
I agreed there. I am too. That's a tough one. And I think we both are, and anybody that listens to us, I'm usually Johnny kick the field goal. Kick the field goal, keep playing, keep pressure on them, right? And I was sitting there in the moment going, man, they got 3 timeouts. They could make it 31-30. The Seahawks have not driven the ball since late in the third quarter. Right, so the defense had been playing pretty well. The pressure was going to be on the Seahawks in that one point type of football game at 31-30. It crossed my mind, but at the same time, you sit there and go, wait, it's a 4-point game, and there's no guarantee they're going to get down here again to have an opportunity right here to win the football game. So I understood that. For a guy that I'm usually like kick the field goal, I didn't find it egregious, or I certainly wasn't yelling at the TV because they went for it in that moment.
Maybe we talked earlier, there are certain moments where you have no choice. They weren't quite in the have no choice point.
Yeah.
They had a choice, but it was a close one, and I'm fine with giving them the ball. Now, on the play itself,
right.
And what I want to do is I want to play Sean McVay explaining about the failed fourth down decision because there may be some stuff in there that's instructive when we look at the replay. Here's McVay after the game talking about the decision to go for it on fourth down in that spot.
We had our chances. I thought about it and, didn't decide to do it. Obviously it didn't work out for us. That was a situation where we just kind of came up short. They kind of lucked into having 2 guys peel on Kyron right there. I know that can't be part of their design. So fortuitous bust by them.
Fortuitous bust. Right up there with over-officious jerk. Now we can show the play. And here's what happened. If we can hold it right at the beginning, they're showing the cover 0 look, right? You got man coverage on the eligible receivers, and everybody else is going to, if we would dot it one at a time, everybody has a man. Even though there's a guy deep, you can see he's covering the guy in the slot. I think that's Nakua there. There's another guy between the on the inside and the outside who's got the guy
Devin
who's in the middle.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. So it's man all the way across.
Yeah.
Right. And you got nobody in theory on Kyron Williams.
Right.
He said 2 guys peeled because
Right.
I think the play was, because I said to my son, watch
Look at the
23
top.
on this play.
Top. Right.
Watch 23.
Yeah.
And there he goes. And look at this. There's 2 guys that peeled. And McVay believes that was a mistake.
Right.
And it worked out to their benefit because it took away the primary.
Pause it here,
they
guys.
dropped the guys
right.
into
Right.
They,
Go ahead.
they drop extra guys into coverage and nobody's open.
Yeah, exactly right. And if you rewind this, guys, yeah, perfect, awesome. You're 100% right. I mean, Sean McVay's 100% right. There's no way there were supposed to be 2 guys going this way. They're showing cover 0, but they're going to have some guys drop out, so none of the quick throws abuse them over the middle of the field. So you're going to see other guys drop out. Now, in this right here to the left side, Julian Love is the guy on the very outside, and he's blitzing, right? And in this blitz, I believe the next guy inside of Julian Love is DeMarcus Lawrence, and he's there to kind of like, hey, wait, the tackle should sit there and try to block me, and then Julian Love should be able to blitz and get there free, right? I think Julian Love, being the smart player he is, and maybe not trusting his defense end and coverage, sees Kyron Williams go and goes, the hell with the blitz. I know maybe DeMarcus Lawrence is supposed to be back here covering, but I trust myself covering Kyron Williams more than him, and it ends up 2 people going. So before you play this, but here's my other thing I'm going to add to it here. Even though 2 people go here, everybody watch this. I still think Matthew Stafford should have thrown the ball to Kyron Williams. He's open. He let the 2 people and the body presence of them scare him. To me, at this moment, the play is for that. Just throw it in the back. He's going to outrun DeMarcus Lawrence to the back. Let's see if the defensive end could have ball skills, right?
And Love got beat. Love grabbed him.
Exactly
Love was
right.
like, oh shit.
Exactly right. He saw it, and I think he's as smart as he is. He wasn't sure. Wait, if anybody's going to peel, so he does it, and he grabs him. But you're right. He's beat too. To where, again, and it happens as a quarterback, you see 2 guys go and you just go, oh, wait, that's out of there. Let me go to the next thing, where you go, you come back the next day and go, man, I know there was 2 guys there, but he split them. He was there. I probably still could have thrown the football, but yeah, I think it was a fortuitous bust, certainly there by the Seattle Seahawks.
Or it was deliberate because maybe Julian Love saw something that made him have the same thought. If some idiot like me watching on TV saying, hey, watch 23 on this. I mean, something made me think that's where they're going here.
Yeah, he could have been thinking
Julian
that,
Love,
Mike.
who's got access to all the film and he's seen all the looks and he's been studying it, and he's like, you know what, this guy's going to run past me and I'm not going to get to Matthew Stafford in time, and I don't trust Tank Lawrence to cover this guy because I'm not sure I can either, so I'm going to grab him as he runs by me. And you're right, Stafford still could have made that throw, and that would have been a better throw than the one that he checked off to.
Definitely, right? Because Devin Witherspoon was all over that route over the middle to Ferguson. I mean, he should have picked the ball off. But Mike, I think you're probably right as far as that. I'll ask tomorrow when I'm there, see if I can connect some dots. But yeah, I wonder if Julian Love noticed the back maybe being a hair wider, knowing, he's just trying to give himself a little bit of a step to get out there a little quicker. Maybe he noticed all of that. He's a really smart football player, of course, from Notre Dame. Most of them are when they come out of that school, and he made that adjustment there. But, that was one.
Most of them are when they go into the school, too. That's one of the reasons why they didn't recruit you.
Exactly right. Exactly right. They actually did recruit me. My grades were okay. I could have gone to Notre Dame. Urban Meyer actually recruited me to go to Notre Dame back in the day when he was a position coach. But, yeah, that was one there where I bet you Stafford, if he did watch the film back yesterday, he went, I probably still could have thrown that football, and who knows what happened after that.
Just another example of the margins that one play here, one play there, and the difference it can make. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.